Hello, literature lovers. Today I am going to discuss The Lost Generation. It's a very famous movement, and some of the works related to it they are also quite important. Not talking about this famous phrase coined by Gertrude Stein, and, and it's also referred by Hemingway. Here is the picture photograph showing Gertrude Stein with Hemingway's son Jack. So it's a really rare movie pic you can see. Now talking about symbolism and other techniques that was used after the World War First experience. Now the term is used to describe writers immediately after World War First, and that's why how the things change, how the perspective, society, culture, and thinking of the people change. That's what it's talking about, and all the stories, thoughts related to it of that period, the influence and direction of the Victorian era. All these things are portrayed here. Talking about the writers of that lost generation movement are below: Hemingway, Fitzgerald, Eliot, Ezra Pound. All the writers are there belong to this period. And defining the generation, their thinking, that's Hiller. And these things you can note them and use it for your homework purpose portrait here. Talking about Hemingway's style and the few characteristics that he used, and they are also important. You can practice them. This one is really important, the iceberg principle, and how he used it in his works, stories, and that's what makes him unique. Now, paratactic style, this is also very famous, and how he used it to make his novels more attractive. The symbolism is really important, and Hemingway, being a Nobel laureate, knows how to use it for his purpose. And the famous novel, They Describe It All by Hemingway, The Sun Also Rises. It's really very famous, praised all over the world. We're talking about the key facts related to it and how it helps us in better understanding. And the movie based on this book is also very good. If you get a chance to watch it, then you can also go for it. It's available on YouTube, so it's easily accessible. You can watch it and enhance your knowledge related to it. So, context is given here, and all these things helps us in better understanding of the book. Lost spirits, obviously, it's lost generation. So, how a war changes our thinking, thought process. It shows it clearly. The characters are explained right here, and you can understand them with it. That's the theme that we have already discussed. That's the major theme related to it. So, how it really inculcated and being the soul of this book is explained, how it goes on, and male insecurity is there, and nobody is ready to discuss it. Male insecurity. So this is very special, and only few writers are courageous enough or bold enough to talk about it, and that's the reason why this is such a thing. Failure of communication. This is also part of the book, and another references are there related to it. The wound and the excessive drinking. This is also a case. that need to be considered while understanding the book. I hope you will get. I got this information sources from these reference websites, so you can also go and check these websites. Thanks.